Hello, my dear students. Welcome to ICSE English tutorial. Today I will conclude this Act 1, Act 5, Scene 1 explanation. In my last video, I have completed some part, and today I will complete rest of the part. So let's start. Cassius says, "Why now? Blow wind, swell below, and swim bark." That means blow wind, swell waves. He says, and then the storm is up. The storm is up. So the Cassius says, "Why now? Why now?" He says, "Now, well, it does not matter. Blow wind, let the wind blow. Swell below, let the waves dash against the vessel. And swim barks, and let it flow, let the ship float. The storm is up." He says the storm, that means the fight. That means the storm has raised. And all is on hazard, and everything now depends on chance. Everything is on risk. Now Brutus says, he calls Lucilius, "Hark, a word with you." He says, "Lucilius, I want to speak to you." Now Lucilius and Messala stands forth. They come in front. Lucilius says, "My lord." He says it to Brutus. Brutus and Lucilius then step aside together. They go to a side. Cassius calls Messala. Messala says, "What says my general?" General refers to Cassius. Then Cassius calls Messala, and then now again Cassius calls Messala. On one side Brutus and Lucilius is talking, so he calls Messala and says, "This is my birthday. This is my birthday." He says, "Today is my birthday." And as this very day was Cassius born. So he says, "Today is my birthday. This is the day when I was born. Give me thy hand, Messala." So he says, "Let me shake hands, hold my hand. Be thou my witness. Be thou my witness. You should be the testimony. You should be the witness that against my will, I have been forced. That my witness that against my will, I held Epicurus strong." So I used to believe in freedom. I used to believe in the gods. Epicurus believed that God sent signals. So in the doctrines of Epicurus, that God sent signals, and then did not. Who is Epicurus? Epicurus is a Greek philosopher who believed that life is all about happiness. So there is no such things as God sending you omens or bad signals, nothing. So he says, previously I did not believe in all such things, that God sends signals and all. Now I changed my mind, but this opinion has changed. Why? Because partly credit things that do presage. Presage means I have seen some omens, some bad signals, some forthcoming events. That is why this opinion has changed. And what is that? Coming from Sardis, when we were marching from Sardis to Philippi, on our former ensign, that means when we were marching, our former ensign means the place where we were there, we were coming to this place, Philippi. What I saw? 2 mighty eagles fell. 2 mighty eagles, what they did? They fell. Okay. I saw them, 2 mighty eagles were perched, and there they perched. There they landed in front of the gorging and feeding from a soldier's hand. They were there sitting right with our soldiers, and they were eating from the hands of our soldiers. Here consorted us. Those were sitting. They were sitting right here. This morning are fled and gone. I all of a sudden saw that the eagles, eagles are They are very powerful birds. So they generally don't eat from hands, but it was strange that they were eating from hands, and they met, consorted us, they were remained seated with us. And this morning what I saw is that they fled away and gone. They just fled, they flown away. And in their places, in their steads means, and in their seats, do ravens, crows, and kites fly over our heads. They were all of a sudden, the eagles were not there. Instead, those birds of, scavengers, they were flying right over our heads, and downward they look upon us as sickly prey, as if we will just die now and they will feed on us. Their shadow seems a canopy. Their shadow seems a canopy means a covering, like an umbrella. So most fatal means most deadly, under which our army lies, and the army was lying under their shadow, that canopy, that umbrella, ready to give up the ghost, and they were ready to die. This he saw. Then Messala says, believe not so. He says, don't believe all such things. Don't give this your thoughts go such way. Cassius, but I believe it partly. He says, I don't fully believe it, but I partly believe it, for I am fresh of spirit. I am fresh of spirit, I am strong in courage, I am still strong in courage, and resolved to meet all perils, and I am ready to meet all dangers very constantly, courageously. Brutus. Even so, Lucilius, that means he comes back with Lucilius. Even so means right, Lucilius, whatever they were discussing. Now Brutus returns to Cassius. Now Cassius says, now most noble Brutus, the gods today stand friendly, that we may lovers in peace. So he says, Brutus, may gods be stands today friendly. Maybe God should be on our side today, favorable on our side today, that we may lovers in peace, that we may be able to enjoy peace, lead on our days to age, and be able to enjoy peace for the rest of the days to age, to live in the old age. Peacefully we can leave the days of our old age. But since the affairs of men rest still uncertain, but since whatever is happening, whatever is happening should be, so Cassius says that if God is favorable to us today, then for the rest of our lives we can live in peace. But since the affairs of men rest still uncertain, but affairs of men, that means whatever goes on is uncertain. Affairs of men are all what men do. What men do in their lives is uncertain. There is no particular certainty. Let's reason with the worst that may befall. So let's think, if worst happens, then if we do lose this battle, what if we lose this battle? Then is this the very last time we shall speak together? Then this is the last time we are standing in front of each other and speaking. What are you then determined to do? And then what are your plan? To do if we lose the battle? Then Brutus answers, even by the rule of that philosophy, that stoic philosophy, now Brutus says, even by the rule of that philosophy of stoicism, very hard philosophy, that is tolerance, to be very strong, by which I did blame Cato for the death. Cato, he died. I blame Cato that he died too early, which he did give himself. So as Cato committed suicide, so I not know how, but I do find it cowardly. But I find cowardly before seeing the consequence. Before facing the consequence, you give your life. For the fear of what might fall. Before only just you assuming that yes, something bad will happen, you commit suicide. So to prevent the time of life, to shorten your life on earth. Arming myself, but I will wait patiently. I will not do such thing. To stay the providence, I will wait till the God's decision. I will patiently endure what is ordained, what is decided by God, of some high powers, that is God ruling above, that govern us below, that govern the lives of the men in the world below. So I will not give up so easily. I will not commit suicide before knowing the consequence, or before seeing the consequence. I have full faith in God, that God will only decide who is the master of this world and the lives of men. Cassius says, then if we lose this battle, you are contented to be led in triumph. So he says, then if we lose this battle, you would be willing to contented to be led in triumphs through the streets of Rome, content, you will be happy to be led in triumph. That means the victory side will take us prisoners. Then will you be happy to walk in chains through the streets of Rome? Then Brutus says, no, Cassius, no. Think not, thou noble Roman, that ever Brutus will go bound to Rome. He says, never, no. If we lose, don't think that Brutus will accept that captivity, that somebody, or the victory side, the winning side will take me to Rome bound. Bound means in chains. He bears too a great mind. That means, so Brutus says that don't think that Brutus can be taken in chains after getting defeated and taken to Rome. He tells himself that Brutus bears too great a mind, that I have a noble mind. But this same day, noble mind means I will never accept that I can be captured and taken to Rome. But this same day must end that work. The work means we have started Ides of March. Ides of March had a purpose. So Ides of March has only led us to here today. So Ides of March, the work, that the particular mission that started on Ides of March, now it will end. It has come here. And whether we shall meet again, I know not. So if we are victorious, we'll meet again, but I'm not sure whether we'll meet or not. Therefore our everlasting farewell take. So this is our last farewell to each other. Let us make a good farewell to each other. Forever and ever farewell, Cassius. And Brutus wishes Cassius farewell forever. But if we do meet again, but if fate allows and we meet again, then we shall smile. We'll smile at each other. If not, if we lose and if we do not meet each other, then this parting was well made. Then this parting we have made very well. Now Cassius says, forever and forever farewell, Brutus. If we meet again, we'll smile indeed. We'll join each other with happy smile. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made, and we should make this parting a very prominent one, so that we remember forever. Now Brutus, well, then lead on, then let's start. Lead your troop to start the battle. Oh, that a man might know, I wish, though that I could see the result of our enterprise today, only if the end of this day business ever it come. Oh, that a man might know, if I already know, if I had this prediction, this power to see future, the end of this day, how the day will end today. Business before it come. Air means before. Business means this battle, this enterprise. What will be the result of this enterprise, of this battle? I wish I could have known it before. But it sufficeth that the day will end, but it is enough to know, sufficeth means enough to know that the day will end and the end is known. And that means with the end of the day, we will definitely come to know the result. Come ho away. So let us go. And they all exit to Philippi. They all exit to battlefield. So that's the end of explanation of Act 5 Scene 1. If you have liked this explanation, then do share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.